Hey fellas, long story short, been asked to do a little bit of an unboxing, very quick overview of the new GK Tech plenum spaces for the VQ35. Obviously there's a few other companies that do these, which I've fitted up, but thought I'd give these ones a shot as I wouldn't fit anything to a customer's car that I wouldn't run on my own shit. So without further ado, so I legitimately ordered this last Wednesday and it was at my doorstep Friday morning. Obviously a week later I'm finally fitting it up. I haven't even looked in this, so let's see what we've got. Yeah, nice. More stickers. They can in the pile. Obviously, if you want the in-depth guide on how to install these, there it is. I'll put a link in the description, but let's just chuck them in there. Okay, we don't need instructions because we have penises. All right, what have we got? Awesome gaskets. Legitimately 90% of the other kits that I've done with these don't come with gaskets at all. And a lot of people obviously don't even bother getting new ones. Plenum spacer itself, this one's tapered. So obviously I think it's the front cylinders, get more oxygen, nice little bit of gear. These I'm assuming to space up the strut brace, which is inevitably going to hit the intake after we put this Johnny on. And my favorite thing that I've seen about this kit when I purchased it, studs for the middle. Yeah, a lot of people fit these up themselves, crack the plenum, and then I have to get stuck fixing it. And obviously fresh hardware for the outers. These little space bits that go inside. Maybe I should unbury those instructions, but you get that on the big jobs. Alrighty, on that note, let's get stuck in. Now guys, I'm not going to bore you with a full in-depth how-to from a first-person perspective. If you want any of that shit, go and have a suss on the GK Tech website or on YouTube. I'll do a quick little sped up time lapse of this whole thing. So I can see how she goes. Alrighty fellas, as you can see, engine cover's gone, intake's gone, vacuum for the brake booster, she's pissed off, couple of brackets gone, throttle body unplugged. There's a coolant line under the throttle body. A lot of people bypass this. I leave it connected because quite frankly I'm too lazy, and there's another couple of vacuum lines that I've missed. But next up, do all these 10 mils to get the upper plenum gone. Obviously, I'll probably drop my 10 mil about 15 times, crack the shits, go inside, play some Warzone, get spanked by some 16-year-old kid that's going to tell me that he's going to go fuck my mum. Go team. Absolute quick note, you got two studs that are going to get pissed off. I tried to do the old double nut method, didn't work, so vice grips come to save the day as usual. Don't forget to bin them afterwards because you'll probably fuck them doing so. On that note, that bit where I threw out the instructions, I had to go retrieve them. There's a very distinct order to these spaces, as you can see. Refer to their install video. I'm just going to time lapse this shit and fucking boop, get them all back together. What do you know? These studs were a little bit more of a pain in the ass than I envisioned, but we got there in the end. Long ones at the back, shorties at the front, super shorties to the side. These are all in the correct numbered places with their O-rings. As you can see, 2, 1, 1. I think that's the 3, 4, 4. Obviously, different numbers have to go in different spots. Refer to those instructions that we literally threw out in step 1. On that note, let's get this actual spacer in and we'll see how she's going. Alrighty, spacer's in place, both gaskets are done. As you can see, it takes forever to get this around the right orientation if you're a retard like me. But I'm going to do a little bit of movie magic because quite frankly, if you don't know how this goes back together, you shouldn't be doing this. So I'm going to go 1, 2, boop. Whoa, what the fuck do you know? It's all back together, dudes. As you can see, engine cover doesn't really fit. Only real downside with this kit, you can cut them, modify them to trim her all up, see how it goes. But not the end of the world. So next up, start her up, take it for a test drive, and I'll let you guys know what I think. There you have it, dudes. Done and dusted. GK Tech Plenum Spacer installed, up, running, test driven. Super short pros and cons list. Pros, it's local. Comes with both those gaskets that are needed for the install, both upper and lower between the plenum. Absolutely no other kit that I can think of does that. Thirdly, it has those little spacers as well. Compare it to like a Mace Engineering kit. It's like an extra 40 bucks, if that. It's worth that just to get the extra gasket with it. Cons, obviously, to get the most out of something like this, you're gonna need a tune. And I'm no dyno tuner, but going off my bum dyno, no real difference to the top end, but you definitely feel that little bit of mid-range difference. So overall, I recommend it, dudes. So do yourself a favor, spend the 240 odd bucks or whatever it is. I'd have to triple check and get it up here. So any questions, jump down into the comments. I'm happy to answer. And if you're local and want something like this fitted up, drop me a line. Peace.